Yo, 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 what's going on? Just see how many people are gonna. I love that. I gotta get that shirt made up. There's a shirt that actually says Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, with that picture from Home Alone. I love it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I thought I would throw something together real quick for you guys. Normally, I'd be launching a video right now, and I decided this week that I wasn't gonna do it. Christmas, holidays, everyone's busy, so I thought I'd just thought I'd do a quick live stream first and see how that goes. It's Christmas Day here in New Zealand. Hey, well, Merry Christmas to you, brother. It is definitely Christmas Eve for us for the next 7-ish hours or so. Echo. Why is there an echo? Is everyone else hearing an echo too? Happy holidays, Ben. Holy, look at how washed out my face is. Jesus. What am I doing? Let's get rid of some of that whitewash there. Sheesh. All right, there we go. Merry Christmas, Jacob. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm hoping that we get some good questions or, whatever. Like I said, normally I'm doing oops, that's not what I meant to do. Normally I'm putting out a video right now. Oh, okay, no echo. Oh, okay. I'm not really sure why it was doing that. That's weird. Cool. All right, very good. All right, let's get some, let's see what we can do for some tunes here. This is the first live stream I've been on. Well, I don't. Let me turn that down a little bit. I don't normally do live streams, and not for any particular reason. I just my information is far better served in a recording format, so that people can always go back to it and review it after. Like I'm so not used to this that I don't even know how to, or not that I don't know how to. I'm just not used to putting music in my live streams. Usually, like I can hear music in my headset right now, but you guys probably can't hear that. Still having server issues after buying the new hard drive. Oh, so you're the one. I never heard back from you. So let me quickly go through my hard drive here. So you have a bunch of crypto mines set up, right? Am I talking about the right guy? I'm sitting aside for some. Yeah, luckily I can change my camera settings and I can get rid of my whitewash. Best way to connect to your home server PC, we say a laptop away from home. So the question is, what would be the best way to connect to your home server PC from a laptop while you're away from the home? If you're using Windows, then of course, RDP is definitely my suggested way. I've actually controlled my servers. Here, well, the server was actually hosted in Montreal at the time, and I controlled it using RDP from the Dominican Republic. So that's definitely a valid way to go. That's awkward that the chat's not showing up. Jesus. This is what I mean. Like, I used to stream on Twitch all the time, and all of this stuff would have been set up properly for that. And yeah, I'm so out of streaming that it's nothing's quite, there we go. Nothing's set up the way that it's supposed to be anymore. Anyways, yeah, so RDP would definitely be the best way to control your server while you're away from home. Monster Mike, hey, Bull, thanks for all the videos you put out. Helped me out a ton. Happy holidays. Well, happy holidays to you. I say Merry Christmas because I don't fear offending anybody. But yeah, absolutely, man. It's been an absolute pleasure actually putting out these videos. I've been doing this for, I guess it'll be three years in May, I guess. And yeah, it's been really rewarding. I've met some really cool people. I've gotten closely involved with the developers, some developers more than others. But yeah, it's been super good. So I'm happy that you guys are taking some benefit out of this. No, sorry, who said that? Color. I'm gonna say color, so I don't have to say the rest of your name and risk. So my issue is my routing. So let's go like this. Let's go. No, that doesn't make any sense. I could put it on. So just so that you guys know, I have a Go XLR that I use for my recording, but it is not set up for streaming. And we want, that's not what we want. Yeah, this is dumb. Like, what a rookie move. It's just Harris Heller's stream bits running in the background. But if you guys can't hear it, I'm gonna shut it off because it doesn't do me any good. Yeah, it is super weird getting used to live streaming. Like I said, I used to stream all the time on Twitch. That was just gameplay. But you know, chatting with the community and stuff like that, that was always fun. But you just get out of it, and honestly, when you're recording and you can edit out your mistakes, it's you can definitely end up with a far more polished product than live streaming. Just don't start singing. I assure you, John, I will not sing for you guys. I promise you that. I'm gonna put this chat somewhere else. Feels like I'm trying to stare at you guys right in the. Oh, no, that doesn't work. I think YouTube will replay the chat along. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. It does. So YouTube will put the live chat up next to the. Again, this is going back to my Twitch days. This is what you did. You put your chat up on the screen, even though with YouTube it's a little bit different. Paul Minar, I am from the Great White North. Hopefully you know what that means. Is that a free Windows download? RDP should actually be built into Windows if you have it. You can just go to your start menu and search up remote desktop protocol is essentially what it's called. It's not called RDP. I just shortened it. Yeah, okay. So I think that got taken out of context. So the whole Jewish thing, I got no problem saying Jewish. Obviously, it's just when you start using it as when you're referring to somebody, is that really a thing? I'm not sure. I guess if that's your name, that's your name, right? Like, why can't I call you your name? RDP is the most easy to do, but VPN is the most secure. I'm not so sure about that. RDP is pretty secure. Mutant Mike, how's it going, man? Yeah, like I'm pretty sure remote desktop connection is built into Windows. I think you just have it. Well, of course I have it, but I don't think I had to download it. Monster Mike, yeah, I was playing your servers years ago. They were awesome. And since you don't get offended, Merry Christmas. Well, absolutely, man. Merry Christmas right back at you. I've brought 3 more PCs just for this. Okay, so we should let's reconnect on that. I don't have any missed calls from you. Actually, let me have a look and make sure that's actually true. I hope your name is the same as what it is in here. Oh, where did you go? Okay, I can't find you. I didn't remove our chat or anything like that, so it's definitely there. I'm assuming you have a different name from YouTube versus Discord. So I'll have to have anyways. Let's reconnect on that and see what we can figure out. Uh-oh, Fam Jam's here. Getting ready for the Christmas Eve celebrations. You guys will probably hear my my parents' dog is a little bit yappy. I think there's a conflict between miners and the server. Okay, so what I'm going to do, or what I'm going to suggest we do when we do reconnect, is I want to shut off all of your mining stuff. I know that sucks, but we'll shut off all your mining stuff and then see if we can, or I mean, of course, you can do that on your own. I guess you don't need me there to hold your hand. Color me Jewish. Yes, absolutely. There's definitely a delay. So you will see me responding long after you put something in chat, for sure. YouTube's delay is actually worse than Twitch's. It kind of sucks sometimes. Rich HP. Okay, do tomorrow one setup server and PC, laptop, auto thing. Except on my PC, if you get me. Yeah, so actually one of the cool things about RDP is you can actually set it up so that you have an actual account that keeps track of all of the different servers that you've logged into, home, work, server, game servers, stuff like that, and then you can just quickly log in using that. It's actually quite it's pretty good. The hotel plugin, man, I cannot say enough good things about that hotel plugin. First of all, I can't believe it sat dormant for as long as it did. I'm so glad that it got picked up again, and the developer that's working on it he's basically taken every single one of my suggestions and every single one of the suggestions that comes up in my YouTube comments, and he's implemented everything. So it's awesome. I actually, I guess I don't really have a reason for it, but I wasn't running any type of a hotel system on my servers. And since the re-implementation of the plugin, of course I am now. And I'm finding I'm spending a lot more time building and setting up the hotel than I am actually playing the game lately, which is kind of funny, actually. No, Mickey P, I understand that RDP isn't as secure as maybe one would think. I just don't know that it's any less secure than VPN. Yeah, no, you're probably right. It's probably more, VPN is probably more secure than RDP. Static, hey man, Merry Christmas, first of all. Just wanted to quickly thank you for the videos that partially allowed me to get started with hosting back in 2019. What you do is awesome. Well, you know what? What I do is I sit here and I tell you guys what to do. So what you do is awesome. All I have to do is sit here, hit record, talk about experiences that I've had in the past and the things that the things that I've done to overcome those challenges. So what I do is pretty easy. But anyways, thank you. I appreciate that. And Merry Christmas to you as well. Rich HP, thanks guys. I'll check that out tomorrow as Santa is coming now. Keep up the good work. Yes, Santa is coming as long as you were good this year. Were any of us good this year? I think 2021. Ugh, what a terrible year. I guess not as bad as 2020, but damn. Domestic violence, that's the one. I even seen that and I was like, there we go. Yeah, see, I have no missed calls from you, so I'm gonna call BS on missed calls, brah. Building one is the most fun aspects to Rust. I assume you're talking about the hotel. And yeah, it is. It like I just love the fact that he revived that plugin and made it what it is today. If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, I did a video on the hotel plugin. Go to UMod, search it out. Go to my YouTube channels. Just look up hotel. It's a sick plugin. I love it. Josh C, what's up, man? What is my what is my best single piece of advice for increasing server pop? I don't know that I could give you just one. I have a lot of good pieces of advice. I don't know that I could give you like the one best. And first of all, don't kid yourself. There's no magic solution here. Absolutely 100% zero admin abuse. Zero. Not even, do not admin abuse at all. As soon as somebody sees admin abuse, they will leave your server and never come back. I've actually made a video on this topic, and admin abuse is the number one killer. So if that's the number one killer, I would say that's the number one thing to make sure you never do. And then secondary to that, of course, the Rust server is the Rust server population is kind of secondary to building your community. So building your community is the most important part of your job and the most difficult part of your job, because once you have the community built, the Rust server will take care of itself. I'm running a PvE server. Any suggestions on plugins for my players to do free/paid? Yeah, there are way too many plugins for me to list off for PvE. Go to lone.design. He's got a lot. Well, there are more than just Lone's website for good PvE events and stuff like that. I just happened to be going through it there the other day and found a lot that I said that would be good for PvE. So go to lone.design. Introduce a lot of things we've never seen. And that's the whole point. So Color Me Jewish says, but you introduce a lot of things that we've never seen or did not have the time to find. And that's true. That is an underlying purpose of my channel, is to introduce new and existing server owners to things that maybe they've never seen before. So yes, that is an absolute underlying purpose for what I'm doing here. Absolutely. I absolutely love it when somebody, doesn't even have to be a developer, contacts me on Discord or Twitter or Instagram or Facebook even, and they say, hey, this is what I have. Can you show it to your community? And I'm more than happy to do that. I mean, of course, it has to pass a little bit of an inspection first, but I love getting those emails. I love people using my channel as a vehicle to get their products out to the world. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, Static, that's good advice. Pay attention to the detail and the player experience overall. Do your best to make players feel welcomed and valued. That is 100% true. So every person that comes into your server, they're gold to you. So you like, I'm not I'm not going to say go in and give them a bunch of free stuff, because that's absolutely not what a new Rust player wants. They want to work for it. They want to grind for it. But just letting them know that you have a community behind your server. You've got a Discord that they can report errors or issues to, stuff like that. So I agree with that statement 100%. Yeah, Jacob, I mean, like, there are so many people out there, so many families that have been destroyed from, you know, whatever reason, the illness or the economy or the politics or the whatever. There's just so much BS going on in the world that families were destroyed. And I've been fortunate, and I'm incredibly grateful for that I haven't had to feel those effects. But I do know that there are people out there, and my heart goes out to them, especially this time of year. My heart goes out to those people. You put a disco in your hotel? Yeah, I'd like to see that. I put on that video that I wanted to see everyone's hotels, which means that I would need a personal invite from you, the server owner, to your server so I could come check it out. You want to know how many of those I got? One. One. Out of, here, let's have a look here. So, as of right this second, this video has been viewed 1,386 times, and I got one invite to come see one hotel. Just saying. You could advertise your server on social media, but you have to gain players' trust to keep them. That is absolutely 100% true. And another thing, since we're on this topic, do not pay anybody to advertise your server for you. They're just, you might as well just burn your money, because you're just giving it away. There are people out there that have, we'll say, magic tricks that they can use to populate a server, but I guarantee you, no matter how much money you pay, they're not going to use that to populate your server. Excuse me. They might take your money and use that money to populate their own server. Don't spend money. Don't spend money trying to populate your server. You have to do it naturally. You have to do it organically. Matrix on PC. Hey man, just seen you were live. Wanted to say thank you for all your tutorials and videos. You know what? You're welcome. I appreciate you stopping by, even if just to say hi. Is there an update on the rateable basis plugin? Almost 2 years. I think you're talking about random basis. Random basis is very much not rateable basis. I have recently contacted the developer of that plugin, and unfortunately, no, there's no update. Trust me. I have the plugin right now, and I get updates on it as required. I want this plugin out there just as much, if not more so, than you guys do. I bug them every 3 or 6 months or so, saying, hey, where are we at? Like, when is the public gonna? Anyways, we're not there yet. And I know he was even a little bit reluctant so I asked him if I could do a showcase video on a plugin that he had no intentions of releasing at that time. And he reluctantly allowed me to. He reluctantly gave me permission. And he's like, I don't want to get bugged and people annoying me about when is this plugin going to be. And then it turns out it's me that's bugging him to announce when, whatever. It was just, I don't regret putting that video out, but I do regret that it might come across as being annoying for him, I guess. Yeah, advertising, Facebook, Discord, Reddit, absolutely. Yep. Build a community, stay online, and talk to people. Jacob, that is exactly it. Zoom Zaps. Hello from Chile. Well, hello from Canada. I was looking at a plugin that calls in raids on player bases. Yeah, I have a video on that as well. That is, when did I do that one? That one was released on November 26th, NPC Raiders. Dunce in a while. Dunce in a while. Dunce in a while says, hello, Bull. Hello back. What did I miss about the free mini here? Oh, yeah. Where you can buy the licenses by typing. Yeah. I also play a server every day that's got zombies, so I could recommend them. There's different types too. Some have better ability to dodge than others. Yes. The NPC, well, I guess any NPC, that aspect changed quite a lot. What was that? Beginning of December. And I think the developers are actually having a lot of fun with it because they changed the dynamics of how NPCs can actually function. And yeah, so I think it's good. Daku just wanted to stop by and wish everyone Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope 2022 brings you all happiness. You know what, Daku? I can only assume that it can't possibly get any worse than 2020 and 2021. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. Jacob McCormick, any tips on learning how to write plugins? What community Discord group should I look up? So I should probably caution you there. So currently everything that you see is written in C#. So if you want to learn C#, there's nothing wrong with that. You can go ahead and do that. Once you have a good base of C#, then you can definitely get into writing plugins. The alternative to that is, I know one developer that the way he learned how to write plugins was by disassembling current existing plugins and just learning what all of the different things did. And that's how, like, he didn't have any, I don't think he had any C# training before that. But and now I'm not going to say which plugins, but he has plugins on UMod right now that the only reason why he knew how to write them was by disassembling other plugins, not actually having any C# training. Plugin experience, maybe an idea for a video. Pretty cool plugin. Are you talking about oh, why can't I think of the name of that? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I can't remember the name of it. So let me know in chat which plugin and which website you're talking about. This is for AC3NL. Experience? Oh, are you talking about XP Revived? No. I'm gonna wait till you respond in chat so that I know which plugin you're actually talking about. Yeah, Color Me Jewish. It was so weird. I was expecting my DMs to get flooded with invites, and I only got one. I'm making them feel welcome. Oh, this is again about increasing population. What I did when I started out was literally welcome every single player into the chat personally, builds connection and great first impression. And that's actually true. And you'll find actually, once you get one or two players in there, they'll actually do that for you, which is quite nice. If I had a server running, I would have built a hotel, invited you. Get a server running. What are you doing, man? Everyone needs to have a Rust server. JW7968. I recognize that name. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Ball of Wax, what are your thoughts on using Linode to run a server? Whoop. Look at that. Cohen, brand new subscriber. That's the first time I've had an action actually take place while I was live. That's the first time since Twitch, which is like 5 years ago. So the funny part about things like that is I need to actually look and see, oh, Linode is just a VPS. Am I correct in assuming that it's just a VPS provider? So if it is, I'm going to carry on until I get a response from you so that I know what's up. Another one. Wow, look at that. 2 actions, 1 stream. Perfect. So Ball of Wax, what are your thoughts on using Linode to run a server? So if it's just a VPS type of provider, I'm definitely cool with that. There are some limitations there, and usually almost 0 DDoS protection. So while it might be cheap-ish, it's probably not cheap enough to make it worthwhile to do that versus an actual game hosting provider. Just my opinion. And on that note, if you're looking for a good provider with good DDoS protection, with a discount code that you get from me, you obviously want to go to icedhost.com and use promo code Srtbull. There you go. Yeah, paid advertising, completely useless. Total waste of money. Adam Downs, how's it going, man? I was just talking about you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff. When you say don't spend money to advertise, do you mean on Facebook and Google also? Yeah. Don't spend money. Don't spend money on advertising. Okay, so let's use Facebook as the example. When you're setting up a Facebook ad, you have to target your audience as to where you want this ad shown, and there's nothing on Facebook that will there's nothing on Facebook that a Facebook user can say, hey, I'm a Rust player, and therefore there's nowhere to put in a metric that says, hey, show this advertisement to Rust players on Facebook. So now you're just sending this advertisement out to people that 98% of probably have never even heard of Rust. A very important aspect to populating servers is, like right now, we have what, 100? Here, let me just look it up. We have a very small group of people that we need to try and get into our servers, and I forget where that is. There we go. Steam charts, that's what I was looking for. So as of right this second, well, 35 minutes ago, there were 73,000 players worldwide playing Rust. So to try and get the attention of that really small percentage of the people on the internet, mind you, granted, it's Christmas week, so that we should be right around the 100,000 player mark, but according to this, we're at 73,000. To grab the attention of those 73,000 players, to get them to come to your server is almost impossible. And anybody that says that they can, you know, for X amount of dollars, they can gain that, they can't. They're lying to you. They're just taking your money. Wheats Gaming, what up? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. It's cool to see what peeps are working on, but yeah, coding is tedious AF. That is 100% true and easy to get tired of. Absolutely. So I actually took a C# training program, and I got to the point where I could do Hello World. And I was like, you know what? This isn't for me. So I stopped. I would really love to have the time to get back into it and learn it, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it's just not gonna happen. Yeah, Color Me Jewish. Yeah, absolutely. There are free places. They're a little bit saturated right now, and actually have been for quite a while. JW7968, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. You ever just hang out and chat in your Discord? Actually, I do. Quite not so much lately, but normally when I'm at work at my day job, I have Discord going, and I keep a pretty close eye on the on what's going on in there. Every now and then I'll pop in and answer some questions or whatever. But yeah, I'm there. Nowhere. Yeah. Weez Gaming says nowhere to go but up. Yeah, when you're at 0 or 1, including yourself, yeah, you've got nowhere to go but up. Learn to code Python maybe a little bit and get the gist of how code works. Yeah, so that's another thing. I don't really know where it's going, but I know that once. So I don't know if everyone knows this, but Oxide is an old platform, and we're transitioning to the new platform, which is called UMod. And Dennis, if you're watching this, forgive me. I'm going to use the wrong. I'm going to get this all wrong, I know, but from my understanding, is it's a different coding language. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think UMod is coded differently than what Oxide is coded. So you might learn C# to find out that once we actually switch over to the full-on UMod platform, maybe that coding doesn't do us any good anymore. Again, I could be wrong on that. RCB all day. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. I currently am very skilled at reverse engineering existing plugins. And that's a great skill. Like I was saying earlier, I know a guy that's how he learned how to build plugins, and he's building some mainstream plugins right now that a lot of you are probably using on your servers. What's a good way to monetize a vanilla community server without violating Facebook community server plugin guidelines? Okay, so following that criteria, the only way that you can do it is by selling VIP packages for your server. And by VIP, I only mean skipping queue. A good example of that would be any of the Rustified servers. You can go to their website. You can buy VIP from their website, and that will make it so that you have priority access over non-VIP players into their specific servers. Yes, of course, there are other ways of doing it. Z Levels Remastered. That's the one I was trying to think of. Good Lord. That's what I was just looking up, and I couldn't remember the name of it, and I was completely drawing a blank. Sorry, I lost track of what I was talking about. Oh, VIPs. Yeah, monetizing vanilla server. Yeah, unfortunately, that's pretty much it. You could sell the ability to skip queue, because you can't give away any items in game. You can't, and you don't have things like more homes or more teleports or more TPR. You don't have any of that stuff on a community server. So yeah, I mean, what else is there to sell? I do have coding experience as well, just not specifically C#. So, and again, I'm speaking from an experience here, but my understanding is if you have, syntax methodology down, then kind of all languages are learnable. You don't have to go through all of that stuff. JW7968. Yeah, that's why you're a longtime Patreon. That is absolutely why. That is absolutely why. Forgive me. I should have known that. So your Patreon name is not the same as your Discord name, and it's JW7968, I think, is your Discord name as well. It is VPS. They have Rust in. Oh, do they? Holy, that was a long time ago. I was looking at that. Oh, they want me to do a captcha on their website. Anyways, yeah, I mean, if they're a Rust uh, um, hosting provider, then chances are pretty good that they do have some sort of DDoS protection, but do make sure that they do. Iced hosts, it is. I'm looking for. Okay, cool. Yeah, Weath Gaming, absolutely. You get a 24-hour free trial server that you can test it out and see if you're a lot of people struggle switching to a dashboard that's actually easier and more functional for the end user. Yeah, people struggle with that. Um, I've been doing this a really long time, and the pterodactyl dashboard that Iced Host uses, you can't beat it. There's absolutely no better system out there. I don't like, come at me, bro. I'll fight you on it. Sun is Tolo. Okay, yes. Helping with the new service. Okay, perfect. Jesus, I feel like I'm getting comments from like 10, 15 minutes ago. Can you help me? Can you help me hot to make server faster loading in Rust? Can you help me hot? I'm sorry, I'm trying to decipher that. Maybe make a promo video, post it in some Rust Discords. Yes, but make sure that you're not spamming somebody else's Rust Discord with your whatever promo. Even just invites to other servers, other Discord servers and other Rust servers is a big no-no. He is 14 and becoming a Patreon today. A Patreon of mine? Well, I appreciate that. Question for you. I'm starting a 2x server and I don't want to change the loot completely like what Better Loot does. I want to double the scrap and that's it. How would I do that? So there is no easy way to do it, is the short answer. I would suggest going in. How can we get a default loot table? We need to know how to get a default loot table, because if you could take a default loot table and simply put that into Lootify. I'm gonna actually write this down because I'm gonna figure that out. There has to be a way that we can extract the 100% vanilla loot table and then put that through Lootify and then make the changes based off of that. There has to be a way to do it. Whoa. I just got a super... Okay, so, all right. So, Ben, I'm not going to try and butcher your last name there, but Ben, you are the first super chat that I've ever had on a YouTube live stream. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And let's see what he says, because that's just because I love your vids. You know what? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I set up my super chat like 100 years ago. I didn't even know what it would look like. And so, yeah, thanks, Ben. I super appreciate that for two reasons. I mean, obviously, everyone loves getting a couple of bucks, but just seeing it actually happen on my own stream is actually pretty cool. As far as free advertising, you could start releasing YouTube videos and content of yourself and self-promote. That's absolutely true. There's people out there that have built YouTube channels 100% around trying to promote their own server, and then they ended up making more of a YouTube channel than they did a promotional thing for their own server. Gave up on Java like that at a certain... Yeah, like, oh, it's just... Yeah. But it's a website your website recommends, but it completely changed the loot in the crate. Yeah, and it absolutely does, because you have to start with a 100% vanilla. So I'm going to work on that. I have a note. I'll get back to you on that. I'm not going to get back to you, but you'll see it in my community. As far as advertising, yep. Yeah, the hello world is just the beginning of the fun. That's absolutely true, and it was fun getting it to that point. But it was after that, introducing variables and stuff like that. I just way over my head. Purple Assault. I am not going to try and say that, but I am going to say Merry Christmas, and that's how we say Merry Christmas in Canada. Does Rust use Python? No, they used to. Years and years ago, we had plugins that were written in Python, but not anymore. There's a plugin on UMod for jumping queue. Absolutely. Yep. Skip queue. 100%. What are some important things server owners should be focused on as the server grows? So that's actually a complex conversation, one that I'm more than happy to get into. Stability is 100%. Admin availability is a big thing, and reliability. If people can go to, let me show you exactly what people do. So they'll go to a place like, oops, Battlemetric. I didn't mean to bring that up. They'll go to a place like Battlemetrics and they'll search up your server. And if they don't find something good, I'm just grabbing just a random one here. So they'll go in here and they'll go to downtime history. And if they see any red marks in this calendar right here, or especially big, well, this was before they were actually running this server, but if they see any big blocks of red like this, they're going to say, nope, I'm not playing on this server. So reliability, stability, and access to support when needed. UMod is still C# appealing to the universal plugin meaning code that works on multiple games. Unfortunately, UMod has been promised for ages and sadly probably not coming out for a while. That is 100% true, and I honestly hope that it doesn't come out ever. I don't like what I've been hearing about UMod. Granted, that could be a bit biased from who I'm hearing it from, but I think they're trying to reinvent the wheel, and I don't think we need to do that. Sit back. Let me get caught up here. Any idea when you'll be releasing a video on how to set up a purge period on PvE servers? That depends on what you mean by that. Do you mean like, oh, do you mean like the movie? Is it called Purge? No. Clarify that for me. Let me know what you actually mean by that. Like purging, if you're on a PvE server and then you can release the ability to raid and kill, is that what you're going for? Linode is one of the best hosting companies out there. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. I didn't know. I don't know that. I wasn't trying to dog them or anything like that. It's just my own. Sorry, man. I didn't know Linode was a thing. Honestly, before you said that in my chat, I had never heard of it. So I apologize for that. Let me have a better look here. See, how am I supposed to pick the boats? I don't know what a boat looks like. I live in the desert. That's a boat. That's a boat. That's a boat. Let's try that. Shout out to the guys at the UMod team, by the way. If you host a server and make some sort of money off of it, support them via Patreon. They make everything we do possible static. That is 100% true. That's something that people take for granted. There are actual people behind every single one of those plugins. And I actually talked about it on one of my videos. Like when you go into a plugin, I don't care which plugin it is, there's usually a way that you can donate. Of course, I picked the only one that doesn't have that. What's one that does? I think Kits does. Yeah, this blue donate button, that's huge, man. You throw them $1 or $2 or $5 or whatever, man. That, like, these people have lives and families and yeah, like, absolutely 100%. Shout out to the guys at UMod, the developers behind the scenes, plus the guys that actually build the platform that we're modifying on. Shout out to everyone. Started using Icehost and it's far easier, especially when editing configs and mods. I agree with that 100%. What's a good way to advertise a modded server? Yeah, we were kind of just had a really big talk about that. Facebook, Reddit, Discord, build your community. Don't spend any money trying to advertise your server. No, it's okay. So Balawax, the delay. Yeah, this is my fault. Like, let's have a look here. Yeah, see, like I'm like 10 minutes behind on comments. Evil Spatula retracted a message. That was rude. All right, I'm going to quickly scan through so that I can get up to current. QLem, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well. I don't remember who asked how to make money off community, sir, but I would say take a look at this shop. Not sure what that means. DJ Elf, Merry Christmas. Bull and everyone, Merry Christmas to you as well. I appreciate that. Yeah, Mike the Vike. Yep. All these guys. Messing with cheaters is a big one. So once you do get populated, you can build an entire YouTube channel 100%. Yeah, Kamomo, that's his name. You could build a YouTube channel 100% on just picking on cheaters. Opening it up to PvP. Yeah, that's what I thought. So let me work on that. I'm going to make another note here. We need a purge for PvE video. Oops. I will 100% work on something for you. What are some guidelines for how staff handle punishments, kicks, and temp bans? That's actually a really good video idea. So basically, it's up to the server owner to have a set of rules with consequences for breaking those rules. That's the only way that you're going to be able to make this work. You don't want to have a situation where you can have somebody that breaks a rule and nobody knows what to do with that. So have a rule, have a consequence. Purge on PvE server is basically activating PvP on the last day or X amount of hours before the wipe. Yeah, I'm going to work on that for you. Server I play on does monthly wipes and purges the last 5 days. That's a great idea. Perhaps for purge on PvE, just have 2 configs for all the things you want to change on each plugin. That's how they set it up. Absolutely, yeah. Any recommendation for search engines for Rust servers where servers should focus listing their servers? I have a video on that. Yurg helped me. So Cohen says, Yurg helped me with building my first Rust server when I got stuck. Keep doing what you're doing. Props to you and your way of helping the community. Thank you so much. I appreciate the encouragement. Honestly, I'm just a dude sitting in front of a camera talking about my experiences with owning and operating Rust servers. And I just know that what I've experienced, I know others are experiencing it as well. And I know that I can help a lot of people just by talking about it. So I appreciate that. Thank you. I also appreciate the $5. So the search engines for Rust servers. Let's see. See, I used to use these all the time. That's not it. Is that it? No. There we go. All right. Oops. So rustservers.net is one of the search engines that I would suggest getting involved with. It's a really great way for you to set up a profile card, we'll say, for your server so that you can direct your players to it if they have questions or whatever. Or let's say somebody's having a problem connecting to your server using the Rust server directory, they can use the connect command on here. But again, I'm going to put this warning out there. Do not pay to be listed in this #1 spot. As an example, you can see that this person paid money to be in this spot right here. So these first two premium server spots, somebody paid money to be there. And look at how many players it has gained them. And we're not talking about a couple of bucks here. Excuse me. I've seen they do this auction style, and I've seen this go well over, we'll say, hundreds of dollars. And look at how many players it has gained him being in that #1 spot. Same thing with this guy right here. Don't spend money on these sites to get into their #1 spot. Even the one that isn't in a premium location, they have 6 out of 100 players. Don't spend money on these places. But I have no issue with you setting up these cards because they do have a purpose. They are functional. Another one is justwipe.net. Having your server listed on all of these directories is a good idea. Again, do not pay any money. Do everything for free. I see you taking notes for comments for future videos. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do this for you guys. Like, if I'm not making videos for my community, what the hell am I doing here, right? With better loot, you can get a default loot table and export it. Yeah, but how? I need to actually think about that when I'm not live. Because even the first time you install Better Loot, that's not a default loot table. Static, all right, man. Been fun listening to the stream. Off to bed, 4 a.m. here. Oh my God, man. Thanks for that. I appreciate you hanging around for so late, for being so late in the day. Enjoy your evening and Merry Christmas one last time. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you and have a Happy New Year if I don't talk to you before then. Your bids really help. I always keep coming back. Oh, vids, I think you meant. That's awesome, man. I appreciate. Oh, yeah, there you go. Awesome feature of the streaming, exchanging ideas. We learn stuff, get ideas. Then you do too. Absolutely. I listen to my community. I actually listen to my YouTube community probably a little bit more than I listen to my Discord community. I probably shouldn't say that out loud, but that's true. Yeah, DJ Elf. Honestly, so did I. They're out there. They have a tool. They have a purpose. I can't be bothered. Justin asked, Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah, I've seen them go well over $200. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of those just, yeah, exactly. They list you up there for 30 days and you spent like, and the part that frustrates me is I paid attention for quite a few months. I paid attention to these premium slots to see, and nobody was successful with it. It's dumb. It's dumb. Only 1600. Oh, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Anchorage, Alaska. Yeah, you're 2 hours behind me. Yeah, it's just after 6 p.m. for me. Doesn't Better Loot have a command to make a default loot table? Haven't used it since moving to Alpha Loot. That's interesting, Shady. That's interesting. I mean, granted, I guess if you paid for Alpha Loot, then why wouldn't you use it? I've actually, people have been asking me to do a video on Alpha Loot. I own it. I've never used it on a live server, but I can't see a benefit to spending that kind of money on something that Better Loot does. Unless you can, and I'm not asking you to sell me on it, but like, tell me what I'm missing here. Couldn't imagine spending that much on a top spot because I would not think their site is getting enough traffic to benefit me enough. So, okay, that actually brings up an interesting topic. So I quite often get people asking me to do promotional videos for their servers, and they're willing to spend money. They're willing to give me money to promote their servers. And the same thing is with these websites. The only people that are seeing these websites are other server owners. The only people that are seeing my videos are other server owners. There's no way I can make a video that's going to increase your population, because the people that are watching my videos, that are watching my YouTube channel, are they're server owners just like you. They're not going to go play on your server because I said to. I promise. And the same thing with rustserver.net. There's rustserver.info. There's justswipe.net. All of these different places. It's only server owners that are seeing this. So of course they're not joining based off of that. I say use it as a tool, as somewhere to send a player to. Like, for example, you can give really good information about your server. So I just picked a random one there. This one's in Germany. They have a website, who it was registered by, the tags that they have for their server. Holy, my mouth is getting dry. They've got average uptime, how many votes. So they've got information about your server, and you get to edit this. So like I said, it's a tool. It has a purpose. Gaining popularity is not that purpose. Better Loot can't edit heavy loot. Oh, that's interesting. That's good to know. I bet you I could send one or two messages and have that changed. I think a lot of people enjoy the Alpha Loot editor. Yeah, see, I haven't even looked at it yet. I say yet, making it sound like it's been a recent addition. It's not a recent addition. It's been around for a really long time. Do you think having a dedicated website for your server is beneficial? Absolutely, 100%. You want to be able to say to anybody that you ever come across, go to ominousgaming.com and get all of the information about your VIP kits, the different servers that you provide, the Discord link. You want one website address that gives all of that information. So yes, absolutely. Is Rust plugins program language in C#? Yes, it absolutely is in C#. I know you guys probably don't know this. If you've only ever watched my videos, you don't know that I vape. But I do. I'm that guy. But I will definitely mute the stream anytime I'm going to take a poll. So. See, it's kind of weird actually. I was fully expecting people to ask questions like, "Hey, show me this, show me that, do this, do that." This has been a really great conversation, man. I appreciate everything that you guys are talking about in this chat. This is good stuff. Would you consider a Facebook page the same as an actual web page? No, I wouldn't. And the reason for that is because there are certain age groups, we'll say millennials, and what's newer than millennials? Gen Z. Millennials and Gen Zs don't want to admit that they have Facebook. So you might say, oh, go, join. And they'll say, oh, no, I don't have Facebook. Facebook is so boomer, blah, blah, blah. But they're lying. They actually do have Facebook. They just don't want to admit it. So no, the answer to the question is no. You want to have, you want to have that srtbull.com. You know what I mean? Like, getting people to come to a server isn't terribly hard. Getting them to stay absolutely is. I agree with that 100%. You have to look at the people want PvP style, aim train. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Oh, I could go down a rabbit hole on that one. So I had that same school of thought, and not that I disagree with what you're saying there. It is a good concept. But what I did is I actually designed a server that I personally enjoyed playing on. You know what that does? That gains players that enjoy playing on that same type of server. So one of my first of all, one of my servers is 100% vanilla. But my modded server, the one that I actually play on when I'm going to play Rust, I built that server 100% exactly the way that I wanted it. And it has gained a population because there are players out there that are looking for that type of server. So I see what you're saying. I don't disagree with you. I guess it's just two different schools of thought. Color me Jewish. Everybody vapes. Everybody. DJ Elf, 100%. All social media is good to have. Deathboo, no, this isn't my first live stream. I did one a couple of months ago. I don't do this often though. I'd love to get back into it. I've actually made promises to people that I would start live streaming. But my my day job, my regular day is way too unpredictable. There, that's a good word for it. Unpredictable. I like Rust and I tried to make servers before, but I got banned for trying to DDoS a server. I just wanted to test my DDoS script and they won't appeal my ban. You can't do, first of all, DDoSing is illegal. It's actually against the law. I have a really good story about DDoSing that involved the FBI, if anyone's interested in that. I like being able to engage with creators because it makes for better channel IMO. Creators usually tune their content to what people are interested in. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Random says Merry Christmas, and I say Merry Christmas back. I'll actually raise you a Happy New Year. My PvE server is doing a lot better than my other server. Others, it's weird. People like PvE. I've never gotten into PvE because I like the battle aspect of things. But yeah, people like being safe while playing Rust. Random, yes, it is Christmas Eve for me. It is 6:11 p.m. for me right now. Good point. You are going to be able to test what you like the most. You would usually find others who like what you like. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that is 100% my theory. Honestly, so here's a little bit of a backstory. Well, it's definitely before I was running a YouTube channel, so most of you don't know this. I had a vanilla, a 2x, a 3x, a 5x, a 10x, and a 100x server. I was actually well, at the time I was running 7 servers all at the same time out of one dedicated box. And the most populated server was my 100x. It was technically a Battlefield server, I guess. It was definitely my most popular server, but I did not enjoy playing on it. It was so toxic. And so I said, screw it. And I shut down all 7 of those servers and I created 2, a vanilla and then my 2x server. Color me Jewish. I'd like to hit. So here's what happened. This is actually going back to that same time when I was running 7 servers. So I was running a server out of, well, I'm not going to say the company, but it was based out of Montreal. So I had a dedicated host in Montreal and I had all 7 of my servers and I got a DDoS attack. And somehow they got my personal IP address and they were able to DDoS me at my home. Not my, I mean, they did DDoS my Rust servers, but they also DDoSed my home. They actually knocked not only my house off the net offline, but my entire neighborhood offline. And I started getting phone calls, really strange phone calls from people that you don't want to get phone calls from. And yeah, so apparently it triggered some sort of an investigation. I never heard back. I don't know what the outcome of it was, but there were agents from the FBI calling me saying, what the hell just happened? I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified. I'm a Canadian, so like we don't have, I mean, we have a version of the FBI, but it's not the FBI. And getting a phone call saying I'm Agent so and so from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, I was like, holy shnikes! I was shitting bricks. But yeah, I never did get to hear about it. They said that what were they? That cyber crimes unit, something like that. I forget what it was called. Razor, what's up, man? Yeah, doing live stream. Christmas Eve, celebrating with my peeps. Got my scotch. Yeah, the whole DDoS thing, that it escalated so quickly. And I didn't have internet in my house, so it was just a disaster. It was just a disaster. I play the PvP bubbles most of the time, but I like teaching people and I'm learning about how to run a server. Perfect. That is absolutely 100% a good way to go. I usually set up PvE only area on my server. Yeah, I've seen people do that. A lot of the squeakers like both. Yeah. I'm crap at PvP and I try to play on PvP. So, okay, so that's interesting because I'm terrible at PvP. Terrible. But I only play PvP servers. Those 100K servers get toxic as hell. They absolutely do. Yeah, man. Color me Jewish. It was, yeah. I had the shakes. My heart was racing. I was like, and I didn't know what to do. So I called my internet service provider, and I was like, what are my next steps? And I said, the FBI is calling me, and they're like, why is the FBI? It was just bad. It was all bad. If they emailed you and responded to your public IP, yeah, no, it wasn't that. It was that I was logged into the server, and this was before I was doing YouTube, so I wasn't using a VPN or anything like that to protect my IP, which I am now. I don't do anything unless I'm behind a VPN. Adam E, Merry Christmas from Ireland. Merry Christmas from Canada. FBI is still pretty intimidating here in the US too. Totally understand. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know who they are. Yeah, CIA. CIA is not real. What you talking about, Willis? FBI's cyber unit is World War III. Let's not go there. I know what you're saying, but let's not go there. Daniel F. Oh my God, I just joined. Can you shortly repeat what happened in a few words? No. We talked about how to build server population. We talked about how to create plugins. Yeah, we've talked about a lot of things. We talked about the FBI and what it's like getting DDoSed, and yeah. I didn't notice the squeaker comment. That's funny. Yeah, I haven't heard them referred to as squeakers in quite some time, actually. Give me a gun and the bad guy's going to end up with, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's me too. I have like, I think I have every single LR skin available, like legitimately purchased LR skins. And I always get pissed off because as soon as I get an LR, I skin it and then I lose it. Do you do your own plugins? No, I don't. That was another topic that we were talking about. I tried to learn C#, and I got to the point where I was successfully able to say hello world, and then I gave up. I have people that I can call on. Again, one of the benefits of doing what I do with my YouTube channel is my exposure to developers and UMod team and stuff like that has been great. So I can usually put it out to the community, and they almost always come back with either something that they've already been working on, or they're willing to take it on and create a plugin. So thankfully I haven't had to get into that yet, because honestly I don't have the time, but there are tons of ideas going up in this brain pan that I would love to see implemented one day into an actual plugin. But thankfully I don't have to do it myself. Oh, okay. Bears. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on here. Bears Mix says, I meant if you responded to the message at an earlier time. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how they got my IP address. All I know is they definitely knocked my entire neighborhood offline, and they caused me a lot of grief, we'll say. Oh, not World War III. It's called WW3. Oh, gotcha. Color me Jewish. That's funny. I'm tearing up laughing at some of this conversation. The stream was a great unexpected surprise. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. So, Death Boo, what's the FBI even doing in Canada? They weren't in Canada, but the attack came from the United States, and it landed in Montreal, Quebec. And they knew that. They knew the state that the attack came from, which in my opinion is kind of a rookie move, because that means it came from one specific terminal, not a worldwide network of terminals. I don't know. I think it was a pretty bad DDoS attack if I had to make a guess. I find that I get player turnaround every 3 wipes. It's like a cycle where a group gets raided, rage, come back about 2 wipes later, and then the cycle repeats. I do see similar. I had this one team on my ominous 2x server that literally a new player would come in, they'd get raided by this team. This team basically ran my server for about 3 wipes, and then I guess they got tired and they didn't come back for like 3 wipes, and then they came back and did the same thing again. I don't really understand the cycles of it. FBI is everywhere, 100%. Another reason why I play PvP bubbles. I have way more money into my years of buying skins than I'd care to admit. Oh, well into the hundreds. Oh my God. So this is not a flex. Actually, I don't know if I can show you this. Let me see if I can figure out a way to show you this. This is, if I can make this work, this will be embarrassing. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I can't even be bothered. I feel you on the Rust skins. I have way too much money invested in Rust skins. It's embarrassing. There's an old adage somewhere, and I don't know where it came from, but it was either uh, you either have skins or you have skills. You can't have both. You can have skills and no skins, or you can have skins and no skills. That's my category. Razor, hello world. Yeah, I'm embarrassed to admit it. You know what I love though is that I'm old enough to know where the hello world came from. I wasn't alive when it happened. Don't age me like that, but I know where it came from. In PvP everywhere, I lose my cool looking stuff too fast. Me too. Trying to find a working paratroopers plugin for my server. There is a paratroopers plugin. It works in combination with the plane crash plugin, and I forget where it is. I want to say it's Chaos Code. I think. Bought a custom map from Lone Design, and when I uploaded it to my server, it keeps uploading the wrong one. Any clue? The only thing that it can be is where you're hosting that server. So, random, actually, you should DM me on Discord. I can help you with that. Yeah, exactly. Are you sure you got the right address in the startup script? That's the biggest one. They've just randomly targeted the node where you were a part of and they hit the entire area. Yes, they knocked us all offline. It was terrible. You don't upload the map to your server, you upload it to Dropbox and add the URL to your boot script. Yes, absolutely. I have a video on exactly how to do that. If you want, I can get you that link. Just wanted to say your videos help me a lot to start my server and help me a lot with plugins. Thanks for the help. Have a great Christmas. Greetings from Belgium. You're the man. You deserve more credit. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you and yours as well. And all the credit I'm looking for, I'm getting it right now. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like, comment. That's all I ask. That's awkward. Razor. By the way, in case anybody doesn't know, Razor is actually a plugin developer. Now people are going to attack you. Just ran into server. Deathboo. Just ran into server this morning and it's been stuck in a loop out of the box. I don't think they're working today to fix it. Who's that from? If it's Iced Host, I can probably get it going. Random, there's no way you changed that in that amount of time and restarted the server. Even with the delay, the YouTube stream delay, there's no way you did that in that amount of time. The PJ has been broken for a while now. I don't know what that means, but I do know that my cat's name is PJ, and that would be awkward if PJ is broken. Yes, the last update really messed with anything to do with NPCs and AI. That's 100% true. The developers that have NPC and AI plugins, they worked for days leading up to that wipe to try to mitigate any problems. They did a really good job. Most of the plugins were up and running by the time the wipe happened. Yes, Plane Crash is from Chaos Code, but I think the Paratroopers plugin is too. I forget though. Yeah, it would be nice if Helk would. Well, it's not really Helk though. It's is it Helk? I don't know. Yeah, it'd be nice to. I mean, we can vote on skins. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to end up in the store or not. But Paratroopers was on my vector, but to do the NPC changes, it's currently not available. Okay, good to know. So Paratroopers is out there. It's from myvector.xyz. But Razer is saying that it is currently not available because they need to make changes to it because of the AI that we were just talking about. I see they're letting us design deployables though, so we're on the right track. Razer. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, with plane crash, you would definitely want lock on rocket. Yeah, that's funny. I did out Razer. I totally did. Yeah. He's the only one that showed up. I mean, not that I put it like an official invite out there or anything like that, but I did say that. I think I tweeted it that I would like to get a developer on the. What I wanted to do is get a developer in here, like in a Discord call, so that you guys could actually have access to an actual developer. But I didn't put enough time into it before I went live. Oh, okay. Sorry. Randoms. Sorry, I was working with someone else. He said he already did that. So, like I said before, DM me in Discord. I can definitely help you with that. Setting up custom maps, it might seem tricky, but it's actually really easy. Deathboo. I'm not going to read that message out, but I'd love to know more details on that. Can you send me a DM in Discord? Yeah. Deathboo, send me a DM, please. I'm asking. I want to know more information about that comment that I just read. Gotta find a new host since the holiday update. Mine crashed and they can't get it back up. Had lots of issues with them in the last 3 months. I need a new host. That is not good. That's really, wow. That's not good. Unsure if the developer was going to make changes or abandon it. God, I hope they don't abandon it. I hate hearing that. When a plugin developer abandons a plugin, it's, oh, I hate hearing it. James Beatty, wanted to say I love your videos and all the work you do for the Rust server owners. They've been extremely helpful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But just know that I'm just the face in front of the computer. The hard work is actually done by the developers of the plugins. I just get to be the star in front of the camera that shows it off. And I'm more than happy to do that. That would be a cool live stream with a developer. I agree 100%. I would love nothing more than to get a developer in a call where everyone could be asking them questions. I mean, within reason, of course. And it is something that I plan on doing. Well, I'll put something together. I really want to do it. I've wanted to do it for a long time. I just haven't. Maybe I'm waiting for the right plugin developer to contact me on it. Maybe that's what my delay is. Do you know a good developer that takes on project? Yes, absolutely. Every single one of them takes on projects. Whether they actually give you the product at the end, but most developers do take on projects. If you want to, that was from Ben. What's with that last name? Leminch. I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to butcher your last name. Anyway, Ben, DM me on Discord. I'll ask you, like what kind of. Let me know the avenue that you want to head down with a plugin, and I'll try to introduce you to the right plugin developer. Color Me Jewish. Yeah. Oh, that probably didn't sound very good. Color Me Jewish says, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, Maybe give tips and ideas how to get into plugin making. Yeah, so I want to do like an interview process with a developer, and then kind of open it up to the community for questions and stuff like that. Oh, Bears Mix server was finally picking up steam, and then it crashed. And who was the host, Bears Mix? Just message you waiting for a response. Okay, so after the stream, I'll open up my Discord. DJ Elf says I ordered a 3600 from Iced and they didn't have it, so they upgraded it for the same price. They really work for people. I haven't had any problems with them. Iced Host is they're everything that I hated about previous hosts that I was with. They had already fixed it, and I've been with probably 7 or 8 different hosts. And when I was first introduced to Iced Host, they said boom, 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 and it just hit on every one of the targets that I was looking for. And yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. But I think, it had saved a lot of time and solved more issues than I recall by referencing your videos. That's absolutely what it's about. Yeah, I want people to be able to go back to my videos, which is why I don't get rid of videos that are maybe quote unquote outdated. Yes, there are updated videos that go along with them, but that information is still there in those older videos. That's my thoughts on Gather Rewards. Just took it over, but with Rust. Shady one for you. Oh, Shady. Just took it over, but with Rust rewards. Is it worth reviving? Gather rewards. I used to use Gather rewards back in the day. I'm going to say yes. Shady one for you. Gather rewards is worth reviving. Yeah. I actually really liked it. Robert Hansen, hi there, Srtbull. Does anyone know why I do not have the ability for HDRP on my private server? Is there a hardware issue or just a bug? I'm running modded with standard map seed. So HDRP is a really it's an interesting topic of conversation. I could do an entire video or live stream just talking about HDRP. HDRP hasn't been fully implemented yet. That's the way to word it. That is the diplomatic way to word it. Also, so if you're seeing, so I'm assuming that you're saying that because your client side graphics aren't where you think they should be. So check your graphic settings on your client side, but as far as the server side goes, it's already doing everything that it can, if that makes sense. I would pay money just to read the chat if you got NivX on live stream. So yeah. I would probably have a hard time getting NivX on live stream. I'll try. I'll send him a message right now. Where's my Discord? There we go. I'm literally sending him a message right now on stream. Would you be willing to go on a live stream for an interview and allow the community to ask you questions? We'll see what he says. I know that NivX is incredibly busy with his real life, so it might be a little bit difficult to make that line up, but I'll definitely try. All right. As soon as I take my eyes off the screen, I lose my lose where I'm at. Ben, I'm not going to try and pronounce it. So yeah, I'll take your advice on that one. I'm just going to call you Ben. Yeah, I was with Bears Mix. I was with Survival Service. Oh, I remember. Oh. So it was survival servers that after the holiday update, they just dropped all their Rust servers. Like, I hope that's not the case. Kept shutting down due to a rateable basis, maxing out my member, and I had the highest available memory. Yeah, rateable basis is resource heavy for sure. You would definitely want to go to a dedicated box if you're going to have a server with rateable basis. Went to GSS and he wanted $50 a month just for A2S, and everything ISOs just came with it. GSS, not GSK. Let's see. Did he didn't say, he responded and he didn't say no. So Nivex says maybe. He says, I have no cam though. Let's say, what if I sent you a cam? Then would you do it? This is funny. It's funny. You plan for a live stream and then it takes this weird avenue and you had no idea where it was going to go. So, Mutant Mike, he did not say hell no. Robert Hansen, send me a DM on Discord. Let's chat about this. Please do an update on GUI shop again. The config has changed since you did the last video. Yes, that is 100% true. The downside to that is Con is constantly making updates to that plugin, and it's incredibly difficult for me to keep up. Basically, every week that goes by, something changes and it makes my video outdated. Bears Mix, not sure if it was just mine. Okay, so that would be really interesting to know if it knocked out a bunch of servers or just yours. I'd really like to know about that. John Verrett, and I'm not getting the expected results. What was your previous message? Sorry, man, I lost your previous message that would explain what that means. Yeah, Bears Mix, I'm waiting for Random Bases to come out too. I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on that. It's such a cool plugin. I've used rateable basis since the very beginning, never had any problems. Ever being known to help people, even being known to help people set it up. That's fair, but it is very resource heavy. It is. Tell him to get on voice. Razor. Here, I'm just gonna say Razor says get on voice. I'm gonna circle back on this. Oops. Learn how to spell circle. Circle back in a minute. I'm live right now. Sorry. Game server supply. Okay. There we go. All right, Razor, I sent him a message. My server has never had any problems running rateable bases. Well, and it shouldn't have problems running rateable bases. I'm just saying that it's resource heavy. Eric, how's it going, man? You're late. Eric is one of my moderators in Discord. Join a Zoom call, but not safe. No. I read that wrong. Join a Zoom call, but not for work. Not NFW solo. Not. I don't know what you mean. There is a long delay on the stream. And I do have to. Oh my God, I'm at Oh my God, I'm just about at 2 hours. So, okay. So, first of all, for those of you that don't know, it's Christmas Eve. I have family literally in the next room right now. They're patiently waiting for me. And I said, hey, give me an hour. I'm just going to jump on a real quick live stream. You know, I got to put out my video for this week, etc., etc. And now we're at almost 2 hours. So, you guys know what that means. One thing I really wish Facepunch would do is fix the glitchy with running sounds. The sound barefoot, even when you have hat. Yeah, I agree. It's such a small detail, and it seems like it's almost like they leave that kind of stuff in there as a kind of like an Easter egg, really. I don't know. Just celebrated Christmas. We do it on the 24th. Eric, where are you, man? That's like an EU thing, a UK thing, I think, right? Bears mix, but yes, you are absolutely my. Well, put it this way: I communicate more with you guys, my YouTube community and my Discord community, more than I do my actual family, other than the people that live in my house. I have rateable bases running, but I ran into a problem where the bases don't despawn correctly and leaves auto turrets flying. It's not a Linux problem; it's a zone manager problem. Actually, is what it is. So your no stability for the zone is staying after the zone is gone. Mutant Mike, later, Bill. I sent you Discord message, villain on Discord. Okay, absolutely. I'll have a look at that. Robert Hansen says there may have a memory leak of which you have to look into. What size memory is set aside for? I have an interest. I can't tell you guys about it yet, but I have such an interesting video coming up. Oh man, it's gonna deal with that stuff. James Beatty, you have a Merry Christmas, and I look forward to seeing more of your videos in 2022. I will absolutely be there in 2022. John Vera says, Merry Christmas. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much for being there. I appreciate every single one of you guys that watch my videos. Eric Howard, Denmark. Yeah, I called it. Mickey P, wishing all a Merry Christmas from the UK. Okay. So like I said, this has gone on way longer than I had intended. I love this conversation, and I apologize that I have to shut this down. But it is Christmas Eve, and I do have family here waiting for me literally in the next room. So I am going to shut the stream down. So feel free to DM me anything you guys want. I respond to every single message that I get in Discord. I respond to every single message that I get on YouTube. If you're not in the Discord yet, go to discord.srtbull.com and you can DM me directly. I have my DMs open. Anybody can message me anything they want. Tis to, hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. I'm just shutting the stream down right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hey, you know what? I appreciate everyone that stopped by. I know that you guys are busy with families. I know that it's in different time zones all around the world. I super appreciate everyone that stopped in, even just to say hi. Thank you so much. I'm going to put out a video on New Year's Eve. And then I'm looking forward to an incredible 2022 with all of you. So thank you so much. Have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time with your family. Take one day out of this year and just forget all of the bullshit that's going on in the world right now. Forget about the politics. Forget about the coup. Forget about all of it. Just enjoy time with your family. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. No, let me try that again. I appreciate all the things that you guys do for me and my community. Thank you for being a part of it. What else can be said? Merry Christmas.